Welcome back, people. Yeah, it's been quite a while actually. I've had so much on with work, people coming over from other states, catching up. So I've just been absolutely swamped. Plus, New South Wales has been having some crap weather. It's like 100% humidity at the moment, and like probably only 20 degrees. It's disgusting. As you would have possibly seen, just doing odds and ends. So kind of okay. It's cloudy, but I can get stuff done. I've basically just been getting stuck on and obsessing over this rear wall that has started to rust. I'll try and find photos of it. I was doing my head in, I had rust converter on it, I had it primed. Nothing was working, so I just left it. I had enough. Until you actually read something on how it works. It actually works. So I'm going to let it all dry. But yeah, like it's slowly going away, which is good. So I'm just going to let it dry, and then I've got some proper epoxy edge primer, which is a lot better for this being what it was as raw steel. Just like these, they were rusting in here and bits and pieces, even where I've cut. So I've done all that, and now I am just waiting for it all to dry. These tray mounts are going to get well, matte black, because I was able to get a qualified welder out to finally look over all my welds and on the declaration to say that it's pretty good. So now I can actually move forward into painting stuff. But over the next 2 months, being Christmas, New Year, and then I'll be moving in January, I don't think I'll be doing a lot until the new house where I can actually have a shed, thank God. But yeah, until then I'm just doing odds and ends, doing the floor bungs as well. Got this one to do on this side. Yeah, just done that one there as well. And then I've got the rear on this driver's side. Went and picked up some new bolts and hardware for the seals to fit in, because I got new caps, so that's good. I've cut that out. I've hopefully got bolts to bolt this up. I hope they work. This can finally get screwed together because I misplaced the side ones, so I took that down to Bunnings or Highway store and got hopefully the correct ones. I'll start on a bit more of this and pick up the camera when I finish it, I guess. Awesome, so all the plugs are now glued into the floor. I've gone ahead and rust proofed everything, which you would have seen. I just wiped it all down after letting it dry. It was a little bit tacky and some of the primer was actually peeling away, which is good. So I went and used hot semi-warm water with soap in it, and then wiped it all down with making it damp. What helped was that it was an old kid's like wetsuit sort of fabric as a rag, which was helpful. It kept damp the whole time. Then wiped it down with like a rough textured dry rag, which took off a lot of the excess sort of paint and rust converter. And I've just finished painting it. So this is the tray mounts and rear wall painted, primed. Tray mount. So now that they're done, the next thing I can do for the rear wall is go through with a little bit of bog, and then just do bits and pieces, some final touch-ups, smoothing it out a little bit better from where the welds are, and I didn't want to take too much of the weld off, grinding it, otherwise fucking mozzies, it wouldn't have held on enough. So it's just along the ridge, just clean that up, and some of the corners and that. So I mean, it's not bad, but in here, up there, but the main part's along here. So as you can see, all in through here. So I'll clean all that up, and yeah, I tried doing some wiring, but for the gauges, I don't know why they make it so short, the gauge wire. And now that it's an improved gauge wire, you can't just use normal wire. It's weird. I'm gonna have to go to JCar, get them to know exactly what wire, and see if I can extend it myself. It's just annoying. Not everyone can go driver's side into the engine. A lot of people have to go all the way to, like myself, all the way to the passenger firewall grommet and then into the engine bay. Anyway, whatever. Yeah, I think it's going to rain tomorrow, so I might leave this, maybe, I don't know, I'll figure it out. So it's the next day. Made plates to do the holes in the tray and made them all, went to weld them, and then I realized I had no gas. So now I'm gonna have to wait till next week to be able to get more. On another note, I got the wiring, I did the wiring harness for the side indicators. When I put them in, I'll show you that. I just went to JCar and got solid core wires so I can extend the oil temp and the oil pressure gauges wiring, so then I can put that in. But I'm just gonna have to do all that next week and the week after, or the week after I'm away. But as I said, this is gonna be a slow going process to finish because of everything that's happening. So until then, well, it's been 3 weeks since I've been able to do anything. I was supposed to work, so I ended up forced holidays, so it's alright. I get 4 days to work on this. I got a little bit carried away, and I'll show you what I've done. So, mind the worlds, I'm over it. Just want the friggin' tray done, so I've done all them, all 4 corners, done that, and I've finally started doing the inserts. So they're all welded, welded in. This one over here is for the other side, it's drying. Thought I'd prime the inside first, so then when it overlaps, it's not semi-rusty, or it doesn't rust. So just going to put that one in, and then I will mark out and cut for this one, weld that in, and then this can finally get drilled and marked up where everything's going to go. Last night I ended up making the wiring extensions for the rear lights to go into the back wall, so they're good to go. Now I just need to finish this off, weld all this up, get the tray on, figure out where I want to drill a hole in the rear firewall each side, take the tray off, drill that out, wiring in, mount it all, and then I'm good. Sheet metal for the top, I don't know, sometime next year. As I said, I'm moving next month, so I am basically doing as much as I can so I can bolt stuff down. Then when I move the car, nothing falls off. So all that's done now. I'm just measuring things up so I can start drilling and then cutting for the lights. So that's all welded in. So yeah, I just marked it, measured it, made sure all the holes are right for cables and stuff to go in, and where bolts and that need to go. Next is the middle, but this is all my template stuff. So there's a lot of math involved trying to work shit out, but hey, it's coming along. So I'll finish this middle one and then I will drill holes out, and then tomorrow I'll grab the compressor out so I can kind of hole saw the holes for the LED reverse lights. I'll just get this done and then call it a day, and then get stuck into it first thing in the morning. So I got a little bit carried away without recording anything. Basically just did the middle and drilled out holes. I've put the lights in and damn, it looks good. Obviously I still have to do the square holes for the reverse lights. That involves the compressor, so I'm going to pull that out now and start cutting that out and then put them in and then see what it all looks like once it's done, and I'll show you guys with a montage. Just put the tray on the car. Told you I was going to hit you with a montage. Now the next port of call is to do the wiring harness connected to it, so I'm just going to work out where it's all going to lay, how it's all going to piece together. This here, going to have to extend because the wiring kit I have, so that's the wiring kit that I have from Oz LED, and I've just extended it. Basically you get, this comes on the end of it for license plate lights, so when you turn the lights on, these turn on, but they're just too short. I am going to cut this off anyway, and put a waterproof Deutsch connector on it instead. So I'm just going to extend it. Might even run it through the rail. I haven't figured out how to do that yet. Can work that out now. For where it needs to go, run along and then dive into the firewall either side. So whether I'm gonna bring it along this and then into the firewall up here, or come down to this chassis. I can't go into that original grommet because there's a lip for when the original floor come up here. There's a lip down there, and to get into it, it's from here and then goes like that up and through, so it's difficult. But I have to drill a hole, and then once I've done that, the cable has to go through, and the worst thing about it all, I have to connect the connector inside. So if I need to take it off, if I need to take the harness off, I have to undo the connector, pull the pins out of the connector to then be able to pull it out of the grommet, because I can't find a 22mm grommet pull through that'll fit that and still be waterproof. So that's my dilemma. If you can think of any better ways of doing things, again, comment below. More information would extremely help at this time. I'm getting to the last nitty-gritty of it all, so I've got what, 2 more days on it so far to go this holiday period. Then I have to go back down to Sydney, so I just wanted to get this done as much as I could. Then I'll figure out what next to do to finish off the interior. What I've come to conclude is that the wiring will actually go to the rafters. I've marked out where I'm going to put P-clamps and figured out how everything is going to run, which will hopefully be next week. I'd come to realise that Raceworks make a 25mm grommet, so I've ordered them, so hopefully they come this week, as well as the P-clamps, so they can go into the firewall. It's an 8mm minimum maximum hole diameter. It's a 4.5mm wire that's going in for the tail lights, but I'm going to run the reverse lights on a separate wire because I forgot to plumb it in. Idiot me. I was supposed to join them up in here, so then when I go into reverse, obviously it goes there, but I'm going to have to do it at the other end now, inside the cab. And also my steady rock lights, either side, I have to run through there instead of all the way to the front and then back through the front firewall grommet. The one on this side under the rock slider goes along the chassis rail, along the firewall, up and then into the grommet. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it all off and run it back here. So then there's this cable, reverse light wiring, that steady light, and that corner steady light comes in the back, because I'm going to have the steady light control box and a couple of other things on the back wall, just to simplify things, and then fill up that 8mm diameter hole, tape it up, and then it's completely waterproof. So basically it's just a waiting game for parts. I could do more of the install of like the front bumper, cut that down to fit when it goes over the bash plates, and then what else? I could do the gauge wiring. I'm still trying to figure out how I'm going to wire all that up. I still have to extend the line, the wiring, but that's a next weekend or the weekend after a problem. 4 days straight on this to try and catch up has killed me. I don't know how people do it day in, day out. It's tiring, especially on 6 hours of sleep. So that's going to be the end of this video. It's taken a very long time to get to here, but we're here. I move in a few weeks, so there's that as well. So yeah, until then, thanks for watching. Leave a comment about anything you want to know, or if you have any ideas. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers, guys.
Could you be any more annoying?
Yes.
Alright, so
Shut up!
wiring. So I've got the wiring kit that I've done, and I've
What the hell are you talking about?
I've still got
That's it. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, you have to die.
and then, oh, ow, fucking mozzies.